What's up, guys? I wanted to go over a story that I had about when I was in Colombia. I was in like Medellin, Colombia, and I was like just like hooking up with girls on Tinder, and whatever. Like it was fun and games, but I'm not like the type of guy who like pays girls for like hooking up. I'm the type of guy who's like always like trying to like run game and like all that type of stuff. So what ended up happening is that some girl tried to actually like drug and rob me, and like I didn't give her many opportunities to do so. So she tried to like massage the scopolamine onto my back, I think. And I knew something weird was going on, so then I started to get. Alright, let me go into it. Okay, so basically, like, it started out with me. Um, First of all, like, I hooked up with like this one girl. She had a big ass and like she was like thick and she was like perfect. Like, there was like the perfect curves and everything like that. And and she looked good. Whatever. Like, her face was like maybe like a 6.5, maybe 7. I wouldn't say that she was like super hot, but like her body was like perfect. You know what I'm saying? So like I hooked up with her and I told her about the scopolamine thing and I was like afraid of that shit. And the whole time I was dealing with her, like she was always like joking around with me, as if like it's like just some nonsense, and that it's not like a big deal. So after I like fucked her like the whatever the first night, the first few nights when I came over or whatever, I fucked her. And then like I met this chick off of like Badu, I think it was. I think it was on Badu or something like that. That I met this chick, not Tinder specifically. And I was using all these different apps like Badu and Tinder and all this other stuff. So I used Tinder, um, and then you know after I met her up, whatever, I hooked up with her, and then whatever. It didn't go nowhere because she didn't like that I was fucking other girls and stuff like that. So she was like the jealous type, so she just didn't want to meet up. Whatever. Who gives a shit? So the next girl that I met up was like this chick from Tinder. The first message she sent me was like a heart emoji. It was like weird. It was like a heart emoji, and she sent that. That was all she sent in the first message, and I did not send the first message. She sent the first message after matching with me, and she had sent like a heart emoji basically, which is weird as fuck. And I noticed that a lot of these girls that like scoped dudes, they would be starting their their message with like a heart emoji. It's like weird, but whatever. Like I didn't pay any mind to that. At that point, I was probably not noticing it. So I matched with her. I messaged her, whatever, to meet up. And she did, and I told her to meet up at this street thing, whatever, at this bar or whatever, that was near my place in Medellin, near like La Setenta, basically, like the main street where people party a lot, basically. So I told her to meet me over there near my apartment, but she didn't know it was near my apartment. I just tried to like fucking just make out with her immediately, which I did, and she did accept the make out. As soon as I met her, like I went down to meet her. She said she's arrived, and then once I met her, I just started making out with her, and then from there, I thought it was like on. I thought it was like gonna be a close. I thought I was gonna fuck her, but like, she kind of like that was her whole. She was just like trying to act like she's like she's down, but she wasn't really. She was trying to like lure me into a trap. So I just once we made out, I grabbed her by the hand and like led her to my place, which has like a huge gate, which had like a huge metal gate and everything. And so I took her in, It was like on the third floor, so it was like we had to climb a bunch of stairs, whatever. So I did that, and so yeah, we go to the place. There's like two bedrooms or whatever, so it's like a nice big place. Um, in fucking what is that place? It's fucking La Setenta. It's not Poblado. It's like that fucking neighborhood. I forgot what it's called. Whatever. Um, it's like a different neighborhood. It's like sprawled out. But anyways, so yeah, I brought her to my place, and then my plan was to like watch a movie on Netflix, maybe Rush Hour or some shit like that, like some stupid funny movie or whatever, and then escalate with her on the couch so that I'm making out with her on the couch, and then she's getting horny, and then I can like lead her to the bedroom from there. That's how I usually would do it. Well, that was my plan, whatever. So I did that, and I was like trying to escalate on the couch while we were watching a movie. So I turned the movie on, whatever, and then we were escalating. But I noticed that she wouldn't like escalate beyond just making out. Like she wouldn't go farther than that. You know what I'm saying? Like she wouldn't let me like start playing with her pussy. She wouldn't let me do like all types of stuff. She wouldn't let me do anything beyond just like kissing or making out. And she was like saying something like like be patient or something like that, which no girl who is like serious and DTF is going to say something like that. So this was like a red flag in my mind already. Like, what's going on? Girls who've already made out with me early, very quickly, don't behave like this. So I kind of knew in the back of my head something was like off, right? Um, so from there, what happened? Like, we were watching the movie. It was dark. I did not drink. I don't drink. Like I usually do not drink. Um, but I was suspecting that she's gonna try to do something. So we were watching the movie. We're just like watching. And like I'm trying to escalate. I'm trying to like make things happen and stuff. Slowly. Um, every 2 or 3 minutes, I'm trying to like take some take some action like physically and try to like see what she'll let me get away with. And so I'm doing this, and it doesn't really go that far. Um, with that, so like I thought, hey, why not get her a little bit drunk, drinking whatever she can drink a little bit. Not drunk, but like if she needs an excuse to like do it, or whatever, then I'll do that. But kind of in the back of my mind, I kind of knew that there's something off here. So like what we did was like I told her, hey, let's go get a drink or something like that. So we went to like the downstairs bars or whatever, and then we bought like a couple of beers. Um, and then we came back, and what I wanted to do was I wanted to see if I can catch her like trying to put something in my drink. I wasn't really going to drink it, but I wanted to catch her to see. I wanted to catch her doing something just like fishy. So I opened the drink, like I opened my can of beer, whatever, and I just like left it there near her, like with both the cans open, cause hers was open, mine was open, and then I left to go to the cabinets. Also, by the way, when we came back from the bars to go back to watching the movie, she was rummaging through the cabinets. It was very strange, cause I had asked her about something. I had asked her about some shit like I don't remember exactly what it was, but like she had I gave her an excuse essentially to look through the cabinets, but like I don't know exactly what it was, but like she was like rummaging through the cabinets. Like it was so weird, like the way that she was doing it. It was like as if like she is experienced with this, and she's done it before like so many times. Like she's like rummaging through all the different cabinets looking for something. It's like weird. So that was right when we had come back. So I kind of knew, okay, well, this chick is up to something, you know. Um, so I did that, whatever. And then that's when I put my drink, opened it, and put it near her so that I could see if she's gonna try something. Um, but I didn't really drink it. Mm, and then from there, what ended up happening was like um I started to talk to her about like she didn't do anything. I don't think she did, but I wasn't gonna risk it. I didn't drink anything. So I sat back on the sofa with her and I started to talk. She started to like try to massage me. I was like, she asked me if I want a massage or some shit like that or something, massaging or something. So I said, okay, cool. But I didn't know that they can actually rub this drug on you, and that was weird, you know. So, but I kind of sensed it. Like I was thinking, oh, scopolamine might be able to be like rubbed on your skin and maybe works that way. So I tried to do that, like whatever. Like I lied down and she was like massaging me, whatever. Like went to her purse and she tried to like get something from her purse when she was about to do it, and I noticed that she did, but I didn't really like think anything of it, you know. So she did that, and then once once she did that, like I kind of knew like this is some weird shit. So I just stopped doing the massage thing. I was like, okay, hey, let's just chill and watch the movie. And I kept trying to escalate, making out, whatever. But she still wouldn't let me go like any further than the make out. And what ended up happening was I started to like talk to her about um, the scopolamine thing, and started to ask, "Hey, do you know that there's like some thing in Medellin that girls do to guys, and that they drug guys and stuff with this drug? Have you heard of it?" And she started to act like, huh? What are you talking about? I've never heard of that. And then I'm like, continuing. I'm like, huh? Weird. You should have heard of it. There's a lot of like girls who on Tinder that try to like drug guys with like some kind of drug called scopolamine and stuff. And so like I just kept going and going, and then she kept like denying that she doesn't know, or that it isn't common or something. And then eventually I said, I think you know. I think you are pretty like you know about this. And you're just making some shit up. And you know, the conversation kind of changed a little bit. She kind of knew that like I knew what she was up to. Um, and so from there, once she knew, like she stopped like even letting me kiss her. So I knew now that this chick is definitely like she knows that I know, you know. So then I just like turned on the lights and I was like, I think you should go. Like I think you know let's call it a night, whatever. And then she was like, why do you want to do that? I was like, uh, I think you know why. I didn't really explicitly say. I know what you're trying to do. I think you know why. And then like I was kind of like feeling a little bit like buzzed, even though I had only drank very little beer, so I kind of knew something was up. Um, but I wasn't really like drunk or anything like that. I wasn't really buzzed, super buzzed. So this is what happened, and then so I turned on the lights and then I turned off the TV and basically party over type of atmosphere, and then I led her outside to the gate, and then I kicked her out essentially, and that's what happened. Now the reason I'm telling you this story is so because a lot of guys like they get drugged in this place in Latin America, and then they get taken advantage of, and they get like robbed for like tens of thousands of, or like potentially even hundreds of thousands of dollars. You know, they just get their whole thing like robbed essentially. Their whole bank account just like wiped out, and sometimes it could be like tens of thousands or hundreds of thousands of dollars. The thing that I started to do after that event was I stopped using Tinder as much, and I started to actually I created this like little website where I would try to get girls to come so that they could apply to go on a date with me. And then I would run traffic to this website, and I would qualify the girls to make sure that they were a good fit, and that, you know, there were certain questions I would ask to make sure like that she's not going to try to do something fishy. And then that's how I would actually do it. And that's how the engineered dates system, the website here that I've created, where I teach guys how to like run ads to meet women and bypass the dating apps. That's actually how this was born, because I was doing it without, I was meeting girls online like in Colombia without Tinder at all. I was just like running ads for like, $100 a month or $200, $300 a month, and just meeting tons of girls that way. And it was a lot safer, and I did not get drugged at all. Even though I was still being careful, I was still like making sure, like, you know, when I meet them, that there's nothing fishy or some shit like that. But this is the way that I was doing it. Um, so yeah, basically, if you are, traveling, you're a passport bro type of guy, um, and or you're like just a digital nomad who likes to go out dates with local women in these countries, the engineered date system will help you prevent getting robbed, prevent you getting drugged, probably. I'll even probably well, you still need to be careful, but like, on for the most part, it will prevent that. And on top of that, you're not spending or wasting time with these dating apps, which are completely useless in these days. Like, they're completely gone and they're ineffective. So yeah, overall, if this is something that you think will help you, go to engineerdates.com. Link is in the bio and in the description. Um, so yeah, that's my experience with that, and maybe it will help some guys avoid getting drugged and robbed, especially if they come and join our program here. And I'm trying to help as many guys as possible to avoid getting screwed over there. So that's pretty much it, and that's see you guys in the next video.